Yes, Mohammed, can you start?
Okay, Mister. Sometimes the letter you are asked to write may not be to a friend. You may be asked to write to group or society,
Yes.
asking for information of some kind, or you may be asked to write an application for a job. An IG, SSE,
Just wait,
CSE
Mohammed.
student.
Just wait, please. So for the formal letters, you are going to write to whom? Huh? May not
uh, Society or a
to
group.
a group, society, organization, a company. Okay. And the type of this letter, one of them would be called an application letter. An application letter. This will be for what? For a job. Okay, my dear. Yes, Muhammad, go on.
Okay, Mister. Only be looking for an IGCSE student. Um, you are probably still at school or college and you won't be looking for an evening or holiday job. This may involve being a res-
Reception,
fortnight
receptionist.
receptionist, a tour guide, or someone who helps organize play activities for children. It is important to remember that this kind of job is not your career. You want the job for the money, the experience, and something to fill your time. For these reasons, the language in a job application letter that you write in an exam should be formal, but now not over formal. Do
Yes.
not include information about previous employment experience or qualifications. Write simply about yourself as you are now. Answer the point made in the advertisement. Remembering to create interest if you can. This may involve contrast. If you want to join a singing group, for example, you may mention that your voice is not exceptionally good. Modesty is important.
Yes, yes,
Look
Muhammad.
at this.
Wait for this type. He said for this line that Muhammad read. They said don't include information about previous employment experience or qualifications. Don't say for the company that you want to join the job. Don't say for them or don't write for them that I am good at. But you can say that someone tells me that I am good at, or my friend tells me that I am good at, or my previous manager said that, or told me that I am good at. So you must be modest when you write this type of application letter. There is no need for exaggeration that you are perfect. Okay? As I said, no need to talk about your previous employment experience or qualifications. Yes, Muhammad. Huh? Complete. Muhammad Islam.
Yes, Mister.
Yes,
Yes.
Mary. Huh?
Then, Mister, look at this example based on a question from past paper exam.
Yes, okay. The question that we have here. The type
Play group.
for application letter, the question can be in this way. Yes, Muhammad, you are looking for, huh?
You are looking for a holiday job and you see this advertisement. Playgroup helpers, the village group look after children aged 5 to 10 while their parents are at the work and during the school holidays. Playgroup helpers are needed to organize indoor and outdoor activities and to take part in a children's game and outing. Helper must be able to supervise meals and make snacks, accompany children to on day trips to local places of interest. The ability to speak another language would be an advantage. Application from a student will be considered.
Yes. So this is an advertisement for a job, and the headlines that we can see: play group helpers. Here we have some criteria for this job. One of them that you he said here: be able to supervise meals and make snacks, accompany children on day trips to local places of interest. The ability to speak another language would be An advantage applications form students will be considered. That he said that students also can have the ability to present their CV or application for this job. How can we write this type of letter of application letter? This is called an application letter for a job. Okay, how can we write this type of letters?
Write a letter for application explaining why you think you would be suitable. Where did you see the advertisement? You probably saw it locally. It is a village play group, perhaps, on the notice board in the public library, in the local newspaper, Citizen, Journal,
Mohammed,
Small Valley
just wait,
Times.
please, just wait. So the first point, you are required to state where did you see the advertisement and when, the time and the place. Okay, where and when. Yes, Mohammed. For example,
For example, on the notice board in the public library or in the local newspaper, Citizen, Journal, Small Valley Times, in the village newsletter, or in the post office window. Begin your letter by referring to the job, saying where you saw it and when. You may want to give your age and explain your situation. You can say, Dear Sir or Dear Madam,
yes,
I was interested to see your advertisement for playgroup helpers in the Week Citizen.
yes. Listen, Mohammed, please. For this letter, as we see the start, he said what? Dear Sir or Madam. This is the beginning when you start your application letter. Okay. As we said, your writing must be formal. So try to avoid the short form. Try to avoid contractions. Okay. Yes, Muhammad.
Okay, mister, and then we can complete by.
Mhm. Complete reading the letter. Dear Sir or Madam.
Okay. Dear Sir or Madam, I was interested to see your advertisement for playgroup helpers in this week's Citizen.
Yes. Huh?
I'm revising for my IGCSEs. I have just finished taking my IGCSEs. I have been under a lot of stress revising and would welcome a complete change from my academic work. I would like to put my energy into something completely different from studying. You may want to mention any language you have been studying. Be careful not to raise the language when it's enough or to give the impression that you are playing it at it. Instead, say something I have working knowledge of Russian was one of my IGCSE subjects, but my spoken experience is limited.
So yes. Okay. That's enough for you, Muhammad Islam.
Okay,
Um,
mister.
Omar Ahmed, can you complete?
Yes, mister.
Before
I'm
you
writing.
start,
Okay.
please read this part again. You may want. Huh?
You may want to mention any languages you have been studying. Be careful not to list the languages. One is enough. Or to
Yes,
give the
yes.
impression that you
If
are
you listen to me, if you know many language, no need to list them. But you can talk about the one that is related to the job. If you need, for example, French, English, German, select the one that is related to the job and start talk about it. And don't say that you are good at in this language, but you can say that someone says that you are good at. So you must be modest, okay? As I said, give the impression that you are, or gives, I mean that you don't no need to give the impression that you are brilliant as it, okay? Yes, Summer, complete.
and instead say something like, I have a working knowledge of Russian or Russian.
Russian, huh?
Russian was one of my IGCSE subjects, but my spoken experience is limited.
Yes, huh?
When writing about your qualities and abilities, try not to start by boasting, I am good at.
Yes, this one
It's
is
good to
not
write,
correct. Not correct to say
I,
I am
enjoy,
good at, but you can say
I enjoy,
or
or my friends tell me that I am good at, my
yes,
teachers tell me, my music sports career teacher is usually pleased with my work or efforts.
yes, completely. So I don't.
Although I do not enjoy cooking, I regularly prepare a variety of snacks for my neighbors' children. when I babysit for them each week. Although I am not or do not consider myself to be a particularly sports person, I have successfully organized fun races for local children on several occasions.
Yes.
Perhaps your parents both work and it's your responsibility to look after young brother or sister or both. When you come home from school, you may have accompanied a class of younger children from your school one day trip to the zoo,
On a
theme
day,
or park.
on a
On
day
a
trip,
day, on a
trip,
day trip to the zoo or to
theme
the theme
park.
park.
Okay, complete Omar.
As with all compositions, do not attempt
Compositions do not attend.
compositions.
Yes,
Do not attempt to answer everything. Just pick one or 2 points and expand them to create interest. Don't try sound wonderful at everything. Be modest.
yes, be modest. Then he said, finish off with something like what?
I should be grateful if you would send me an application form and any other relevant information and details. Then the formal. I look forward to hearing from you. Your faithfully. Sign the letter, your first and family name. Then write it underneath the signature in a capital letters with your status in brackets.
Yes, in this way, at first you sign as normal way, then you are required to write your name again under your signature with capital letter and set your status means that you say Mr. Doctor, okay, Miss, for example, as we can see, or Sir, okay. So you are required to write your full name again after signature, or as I said, underneath the signature. All the letters must be capital, as we can see here. Is it clear for you?
Yes, Mr. Screen.
Yes, okay. We have an example for an application letter and how it was written. Let's read it, Omar, okay?
The job application letter, example application letter. The job application letter was written by a student. The comments show how the student has written the letter using the features discussed in the unit.
In this unit, yes. I start at first by saying Dear Sir, or can we say Dear Madam, okay? Because you are going to write for someone is unknown, okay? And you need to write in a respectable way. So you can start by saying Dear Sir or Dear Madam. Then you start your introduction by saying, yes, Omar.
I was very interested to read your advertisement for a play worker on the notice board in the public library yesterday.
So here he stated the place and the time where he saw the advertisement. He saw it where on the notice board in the public library, and the time was yesterday. As I said for the first point, he followed the first point in the first point, okay, uh, by saying status what the job is, the job that he has a player worker, and then he state what where he saw the advertisement and when he saw or when she saw the advertisement. Yes, Omar. Huh.
I'm 17 year old,
Then he
and
start talk about his or she start to talk about her age. Okay, yes, I am 17.
I'm currently studying for my IGSCES,
Okay. Uh,
which will end on the 17th June. I am under a lot of pressure right now, and I feel need a break after the exams. I am good at handling children, and although I am not particularly keen on sports, my friends tell me I am good at organizing games and children activities.
yes, as we said, don't talk about yourself that you are good at, but you can state as Omar read again this part. My friend.
My friends tell me I am good at organizing games and children's activities.
Yes. So you must be modest. Huh. Go on.
I used to go babysitting twice a week for our neighbors' children and usually prepared snacks for them. I took a course in a cookery last year at the Food and Health Center.
So you try to support the application by stating two examples for the things that he can do or that she can do. Sorry, that she can do. Yes, Omar. Huh.
I should be grateful if you would send me an application form and any other relevant details. I look forward to hearing from yours faithfully,
Yes.
Leal. Maria Leal, Miss.
Yes, as I said, it start with as we said, we start the signature. Then underneath or under the signature, we write the full name. All the letter must be written in capital letter. Then the status for here, she wrote Miss. For us, we can write Mr. Mr. or we can write Doctor Dr. Okay, according to
Mr. We write Miss or Sir or this
yes,
regarding us.
yes. Okay, for the
Yes,
one
Mister.
who would start for you can write Mr. Okay, here we have another example. Exercise 1. Before we move to an exercise 1 and start to write, let me revise this one again. At first, you are going to state what the job is after writing the word dear sir or dear madam. Okay, as I said here, advertisement for what? For a play worker. Okay, this is the job. Then you are going to state where did you see the advertisement as you stated here on the notice board on on the notice board in the public library. And then you said the time when she saw or when you saw the advertisement. So she said here yesterday. Okay. Till now, is it okay? My dear
Yes,
student.
miss. Okay.
So we state the job where we saw the advertisement and when. Then you are going to talk about yourself by starting to state your age. As she said, I am 17 years old and I am currently studying for my IGCSE. Okay, this sentence most of you require to write because you are. We can imagine that you are in IGCSE, as we know, IGCSE for secondary school. Okay, shows here. So she wrote, "I am 17 years old." Okay, is it clear?
Yes,
Uh,
miss.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
Mister.
mister.
Then
Yes.
state the situation. Which situation? As she said, started to talk about her study, which will end on the 17th June. I am under a lot of pressure right now, and I feel I need a break after the exam. This is the situation that she has. I am good at handling children, and although I am not particularly keen on sports, she said I am good at, yes. And we said we no need to start by saying I am good at what you can say my friends say, but she correct what she started by saying, huh? And although I am not what particularly keen on sports, so she tried to be modest, yes, and start by saying my friends tells me I am good at organizing games and children's activities. This is seven part that states equality, qualities and abilities.
Mister.
Yes, Mister.
It's better to يعني, to not write. I'm good at yes.
Yes, but you can say my friends tells me that I am, or my teacher said that. Okay, to be modest. Okay.
Okay.
The next point, number 8. Sorry, I used to go babysitting twice a week for our neighbor's children. She started to talk about what here about her job. She tried to support here the application by stating two examples, two modest examples. The first one, as she said, I used to go babysitting twice a week for our neighbors' children and usually prepared snacks for them. I took a course, so the second example, I took a course in cookery last year at the Food and Health Center or Health Center. Then she started to end her application by saying, I should be grateful if you would send me an application form and any other relevant means important details. Then end by writing the conclusion. I look forward to hearing from You faithfully and you write your name and your signature at first. Then your name must be written all the letter of the names, I mean first and last name, in capital letter. Okay, take care of this point. Omar البراء.
Yes, Mr.
Yes, Omar, can you read this point?
Exercise 1. Look at the advertisement below based on a past exam question about joining a music group. Using the student's letter above and the examples and the notes given on the next page, write a letter describing yourself, explaining why you want to become a member of the group and asking for more details.
Yes, here's the advertisement. Can you read?
Do you enjoy what?
Do you enjoy singing?
Sing, okay. Do you enjoy singing? Would you like to learn about and perform music from different cultures? Does the idea of taking part in a concert interest you? If so, why not come along and join the civic music group workshop every weekend?
This is the advertisement. So, at first, points to consider. The first point, huh?
Your style should be formal with no short forms and no
Yes,
slang.
as we said, try to avoid contraction. Don't use short form, okay? But for if remember friendly letters, we said they are informal. Do you remember?
Yes,
And we have the ability to use the contraction form. I can say I'd like or I am, I apostrophe M, okay? But in this type of letters, it's not allowed to use contraction form. You need to write the full word as it is. You can say I would. I, for example, would WOULE. So you are required to write the word as it is. No need for contraction form. Yes,
Ho-
Omar? Huh.
however, it shouldn't be over formal. You want to join the local music group, not an international academic institution.
Yes, okay. Select one.
Select one or 2 points from the advertisement and expand them to create interest. Be modest. Use the contrast to create interest.
You can say, for example, my friend said that I am good at, but I am not. So here we use what here? Contrast, okay? And another thing can say I am not good at another thing. But as we said, we don't talk about yourself, but say that my friend tells me that I am good at, or my teacher, or my father, as you like, okay? Yes, remember, Amar?
Remember to start by saying what the advertisement is about and where you saw it.
Yes, as we said, where and when. Yes. Huh.
For example, I was interested to read your advertisement in last week's Citizen for new members to join the Select Music Group.
Okay, that's enough for you, Omar. Said, Said Walid.
Yes, Mr. Amir.
Yes, my dear. Can you complete reading?
Yes, sure. When you are describing yourself, write about your character and relevant quantities. No physical description. Why are you suddenly interested in joining the group? Where here are some ideas to start
You're thinking, huh?
you to start. Have you
You
recently moved
to
to the
start you thinking, huh? Have you?
Have
Yes.
you recently moved to the area and would welcome an opportunity to meet people with the same interests?
Yes.
Number two, do you finally have some free time having just finished your exams and want to relax, expand socially, and have you been busy until now?
Yes. Go.
Number three, are you under stress because most of your time is spent revising? Do you want to make sure the most of your limited available free time would be would the civic music group help you relax and unwind, give you something worthwhile to do? Number four, do you enjoy singing even though you don't have the best voice in the world? Create interest through contrast. Number 5, do you go to an international school,
A school live in.
live in cosmopolitan society, and have friends from other cultures? Number 6, would you
Which
like
one?
to would you like to learn something about people from other cultures because you never meet them? Number 7, will your own culture background be of interest to enrich the group? And the last one, have you always wanted to take part of a concert?
Yes. Then you said
Re-
what? Remember to ask for more
Remember
information.
to ask for more information. I should be grateful if you would send me an application form and any other relevant information or details.
This sentence must be written before ending your letter. Before ending your letter. Okay, I should be grateful if you would send me an application form and any other relevant information or details. Then we can write
Yes.
the ending by saying what Said, huh?
The formal ending, I look forward to hearing from you.
Yes, then your signature.
Sign the letter with your first and family name, then write it underneath the signature in capital letters with your status in brackets.
Yes, okay. For exercise 2 will be your homework, but I'd like for you now to answer exercise 1 and start to discuss together about how we wrote this one. Exercise 1, I mean this advertisement, okay, as you can see. Okay, so please start right now. I can show you the example from the views that we have. You can make some changes about the place where you saw the, the advertisement and the advertisement title. So it was about what here in the question. Huh? Perform music form. That's the idea. It was what here. Do you enjoy singing? Would you like to learn about and perform music from different cultures? Does the idea of taking part in a concert interest you? If so, why not come along and join? So you'll say the civic music group. Okay, the civic music group. So you can say, I was very interested to read your advertisement about what again? Huh? Can you hear me well? Grade 8.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, we
mister.
can hear you.
Okay, about the civic music group. Okay, then you state where did you see this advertisement and when. And then you start to talk about your experience and your age at first, then your experience. Then you are going to give 2 examples about your previous experience. And don't forget to be modest, as we can start by saying, my friends tells me that I am good at, according to the advertisement, for example, singing or as what he said, okay, or playing music or playing guitar, okay. Then you end your letter by writing, I should be grateful if you would send me an application form and any other relevant details. Then I look forward to hearing from you. Yours faithfully, write your name, for example, Omar Ahmed, and all the letters of Omar will be capital, the first name and the last name under the signature. Okay, so please start it now. And I ask one by one to read what he has written. Okay, my dear? Okay, can you start now?
Yes, mister.
Okay, start please. And if you finish, tell me to read what you have read. Okay, I'll leave this one in front of you to be able to help you to write. Is it okay?
So, mister, we write a letter.
Yes, an application letter according to this advertisement. Okay,
Okay.
if you want to change the place where you saw the advertisement, you can select from the example that he gave you above, like on the notice board in the painting, this one, for example, or in the local newspaper, and give the example, for example, of the names of this newspaper: Citizen, Herald, Smallville Times, or Egyptian Gazette, for example. In the village newsletter, for example, in the post office window. Okay, you can select the place that you saw this where you saw this advertisement. Is it
So,
clear
mister,
for all
send
of
it. Yes.
Yes. We'll
After we
discuss
finish,
together.
send it on the group.
Yes, we'll discuss together at first, then send on the group. Okay.
Okay.
If we have the best to all of you to read, it's okay. If you don't, so all of you would send on the group. Okay.
Yes.
You start now, please. I leave the example in front of you. Okay, you have the book all of you
Mr.
here.
Mr.
Yes, mister.
Mr. The homework today will be also about writing the simulator.
Yes, no, exercise 2.
Yes, it's to us. You have to write to the
Same,
Pacific
yes,
Music
the
group.
same example, yes, the same example. So I said, if you finish, send on the group. Okay.
So, Mr. We have to
Mr.
write two
Yes,
or only one.
try write only one. Now try to write the letter.
I mean, sir, we have to write two, one for the classwork and one for the homework.
No, only one. That's enough. Okay.
Okay.
No need to write again.
Mr. I was in the bathroom. Should we write exercise 2?
The same topic. What are you?
I was in the bathroom. What should you write? Should I write the exercise 2? What?
Exercise 1 and do the same. Okay. The same. But I'd like for me to start it now because you are going to read inside the class. Okay. I mean inside the session. Okay. Then you will send on the group to check. Okay. As a homework. So please start now, all of you. When you finish, raise your hand and tell me what you have written. Please, your cam must be on. Your cam must be on.
Mr. Can you bring the example that we write about? Yeah.
This is
Yeah, Mr. I mean the letter itself.
the letter. Okay. This advertisement. It's already inside your book, Muhammad. The page, I think, because this PDF file is different from that you have. It's I think it's page 34 inside your book, Muhammad Islam.
Okay, Mr. Just give me 1 second.
Yes, in page 34.
Okay.
And you have everything inside this page, the example of or model example for application letter. The same page.
Okay.
Please try to turn on your cam, please. Turn on your cam. My dear says, I'd like to ask you, my voice is clear for you or no?
Clear, Mr.
Okay, because yesterday,
like that, Mr. Clear.
yes, was complaining because I think that I have problem in the headphone.
Yes, Mr. Your sound was a bit fine.
Yes, okay. I prefer to open your cam, please, my dear. I prefer to open your cam.
Mister, can you go up a little?
Okay. This one up best?
Yes, Mister, thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry, I know late about this change on in the schedule. I have no idea. I think it was sent after maybe after 5 a.m.
Yes, it was sent to Mr. at 2 a.m. maybe.
Yes, I didn't see it. I
Really?
imagine this one will be applied next week, not this week. And maybe 31 of October we are going to start to attend the 5 days. Anyone of you finished? Can you turn on your cam, my dear students? Can you turn on your cam? Grade 8. Yes, Muhammad, have you finished?
No, Mr.
Okay, because I saw that you raise your hand. Okay.
No, Mr. You know that I raise my hand every period.
Okay. Yes, Ahmed. Ahmed Ruby, yes. Ahmed Ruby. Ahmed Rami.
Yes, mister.
Yes, you raise your hand. Do you have a question or what?
No.
Okay, Ahmed. Okay. Adnan, have you started your writing? Adnan,
Yes, mister.
have you started to write?
No, mister.
What?
No, no.
Why? Why,
Mister,
Mr.?
can I go to bathroom?
Okay, my dear. Why, Mr. Adnan? Why didn't you write?
No, mister, I don't understand why I want to write, mister.
Again, Adnan, we are going to write an application letter. Okay, Adnan? You can ask me. Why don't you ask
Yes,
me? Okay, an application letter about what? This is an advertisement. Okay, this
yeah,
advertisement related to this place, the civic music group. Okay, this related to this one. Okay, the civic music group. Okay, as we said,
yes,
Adnan, as we said, you are going to state what's the job that he needs, that this place needs. He said what? Would like to learn about and perform music from different countries. Okay, does the idea of taking part in a concert interest you? If so, why you come? Why not come along and join the civic music group? Okay, workshop every weekend. So you can start by saying I was very interested to read your advertisement about what? The civic music group. Okay. Then you state where did you see this advertisement? For example, on the newsboard in the public library. Where? Yesterday. It's example for when and where did you see the advertisement? Okay.
yes, mister.
Then you apply by stating your age. As she started here, she said, I am 17 years old and I am currently studying for my IGCSE. Okay. And the situation, you can say, for example, which will end on the 17th June. I am under this situation. I am under a lot of pressure right now, and I feel I need a break after the exams. I am good at handling children. This is related to this topic, but this one you will say, I am good at playing music, and although I am not particularly keen on music, my friends tell me I am good at, for example, playing guitars. Okay?
Mr. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, my dear.
Mr. If we said I'm not particularly keen on playing piano, but
Yes,
my
okay.
friends tell me I'm good at playing guitar. It is good.
Yes, excellent. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Then you start to talk about the two experience that you have. Two example for your experience, okay? You can, for example, I was working, for example, at the famous
Mr.
band. Yes.
Mr. You could use that I used to play guitar in my friends' birthdays.
Yes, it's okay. Yes, well done, Omar. Yes. Okay, Adnan, now you know.
Yes, Mister, I understood.
Then you will end your letter by this sentence. I should be grateful if you would send me an application form and any other relevant details. I look forward to hearing from you. Yours faithfully. You can write your full name, Adnan Abdullah, for example, and write your full name again, signature again, but all the letters of your name must be in capital letter. Okay? Then you state your status by saying, for example, Mr. between brackets. Okay?
Okay, Mister. Thank you,
Now
Mister.
it's
I
clear.
understood.
Okay, my dear. Start to write, please, now.
But Mister, can you go up a little?
Okay. More or that's enough?
No, this is good. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Simone, have you started, Simone? Simone,
Yes, Mr. Yes.
have you started?
Yes.
Okay, I'm waiting for you. Sammy, Sammy,
Yes, Mister.
have you started?
Yes.
Okay, go on, Sammy.
Okay.
Idris, Idris, have you started? Where's Idris? It's absent or what? Idris is absent today?
Stop.
Idris?
Stop.
Yes, Idris with me?
No.
Oh,
Yes, Prophet.
Yusuf Prophet, yes, okay.
Mr. I
Yes.
didn't understand point number 5.
Point 5, state
Yes.
situation. The thing that enforced you to search for work, as you said what here, I am under a lot of pressure right now and I feel I need a break after the exam. Okay, this situation that you stated. Okay, you can state by, you can change this situation by saying, uh, I have, for example, I have much free time, so I'd like to make use of it. Okay,
Okay.
is it clear now?
Yes.
Okay, go on, my dear. Muhammad Islam, I think this is absent today, yes?
Yes, Mister. He is not replying.
Okay. No, and his name is not in the session. I didn't find his name.
Yes.
So please send me his name, okay?
Okay.
Jalal Ahmed, have you started? Jalal,
Yes.
okay. Hamza, have you started?
Mister, your mic has been turned off.
Sorry, Hamza,
Yes, Mister.
have you started, Hamza? Hamza, can you hear me?
Mister, I think his mic is not working because he opened the mic.
His mic doesn't work?
I don't know. I think I will call him after.
Okay. Khalid, have you started? Khalid?
Yes, Mister. I'm right.
Okay, man. Ibrahim Walid and Yusuf Walid.
Yes, Mister.
Okay. Who finished till now? I'm waiting for the one who finished because the time starts to pass.
Yes, Mr. You have a problem in his mic.
He has a problem with his mic.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. Okay. Thanks so much, Mary. Uh, Muhammad Mustafa, have you finished?
No, Mr. In the body now.
Okay, my dear. Muhammad Rida and Muhammad Riyad.
Yes,
Muhammad.
Mr. Muhammad Riyad.
Yes, have you finished, Muhammad?
Yes.
No, Mr. I didn't finish, but I'm writing it.
Okay, and all to Muhammad Rida.
Even me, Mr.
You
I'm
are
right.
started to write?
Yes.
Do you have any problem in this part?
No.
Okay, my dear. Okay. Yusuf Mustafa, have you started?
Yes, Mr. I almost finished.
Okay, I am waiting for you, Yusuf. Okay. Yusuf Tamer. Yusuf Tamer.
Yes, Mister.
Have you finished or no?
No, I'm right.
Okay. Do you have any problem in this lesson?
No.
Okay. Dear son, don't forget that we have a writing quiz next week. Okay.
Sir.
Inshallah, it will be on Wednesday.
Mister, I finished.
Mister, it will be in school or it will be in the home?
I think it will be online because it will be on Wednesday. Okay.
Mr. Can I ask a question?
Yes, my dear.
After I'm not partially keen on sports, Mister. If we add but my friends, it will be correct?
Again, which one is this one here?
Yes.
Here?
Yes.
Yes, it will be correct because in this case you will use contrast. As you use here, what? Use the word although. Yes.
Okay.
If you use but, it's okay, no problem. Okay, because but is one of the words that show contrast, like although, like even though. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, go on, my dear. Abbas, have you finished?
Mister, I'm still writing.
Okay. Ahmad Abdullah.
Yes, Mr. I'm in the body.
Okay. Ahmed Muhammad Sheikh. Ahmed Muhammad. Ahmed Muhammad Sheikh.
Sir.
Yes, Ahmed.
Hey, I don't finish.
Have you started to write?
Yes.
Okay, go on write. Okay. So all of you will send on the group of homework. As we know, this
Mister, I finished.
our homework. You finish homework?
Yes.
Okay, you have the ability to turn on your camera and start to read or no? Omar?
Yes, Mister. Okay, 1 minute.
Yes, okay.
No, Mister.
Yes, may you start to read what?
Yes, okay. Dear sir, I was very interested to read your advertisement for the civic music group in the post office window yesterday. I am 18 year old.
Omar, in this part, you did the best. Yes, what else?
I am 18-year-old and now I have finished my IGCSE studying. I was under pressure because of my studying and I feel that I need a break to relax and expand socially. I enjoy singing even though I don't have a good voice. My friends told me that I am good at playing guitar.
Excellent, Omar, yes. Yes, what else?
I used to play guitar at my friend's birthday. I took a course of playing piano in the music center and with different music cultures.
Well done, Omar, yes. And what else?
I should be grateful if you would send me an application form and any other relevant details. I look forward to hearing from you. Yours faithfully, Omar Ahmed or Omar Abdullah.
Then you wrote your signature in capital.
Yes, I'm about now to write it now. I have finished.
Perfect, Omar. Well done, Omar. Thanks so much. Okay, who else finished like Omar? finish and do and use the same criteria as we started? Muhammad Islam, have you finished?
No, Mister.
Okay, take your time, Muhammad. I think our session will finish in a minute, maybe. Yes, in a minute. Okay, but you have
Sir, your voice so low.
Yes, my voice is so low. I
Yes,
just
now
solved
it's
this
clear.
problem because of my headphone. Sorry, the same problem happened with me yesterday in with grade 6.
Mr. I finish.
Okay, who?
Yes, Prophet.
Yes, Yusuf, turn on your cam and start to read what you have written.
Mr. Just 1 minute.
Okay, my dear.
Mr. I'm clear.
Yes, okay. Huh?
Okay, dear sir, I was very interested to read your advertisement for the civic music group on the notice board public library yesterday. I am 19 years old and currently studying in college and have much time that I can be used in. I am not particularly good on singing, but my friends tell me I am good at singing and playing on guitar. My sound is good and I have ability to organize words for singing and to play good on guitar.
Yes.
I should be grateful if you would send me an application form and any other relevant details. I look forward to hearing from you. Your faithfully is Prophet.
And then you wrote your signature in capital letters, yes? Your full
Yes,
name and just the status, Mr. Yes.
yes.
Well done, Yusuf. Go on. Thanks so much, my dear. Who else finished?
Mister, I finished. Yusuf Mustafa.
Yes, you. Hi. Yes, can you start?
Yes, Mister.
Yes.
Uh, Dear sir, I was very interested to read your advertisement for a cook on the notice board in the public store yesterday. I am 16 years old and
Again,
I'm
my dear.
currently.
Again, this beginning. I was again.
Okay, Mister. Dear sir, I was very interested to read your advertisement for a cook on the notice board in the public store
For
yesterday.
a cook, what? It said what here? What's the advertisement about? Huh? The civic music group, yes?
Oh,
Okay, so please read the question one before writing. Okay, Yusuf?
okay.
You complete or what? Huh?
I can complete, but it's about the cooking topic.
No, it's about music here, okay? So you are required to change some, make simply change in some words, okay? And then you have the chance to read it, okay?
Okay.
Thanks so much, Yusuf, for your effort. Who else finished?
Mr. Me, I finished. Most from.
Yusuf from me, okay.
Mister, can you go up a little bit?
Okay, Mayor. Huh? Yes, Yusuf from me, huh?
Yes, yes. Dear sir, I was very interested to
Can you
read
turn
your.
on your cam, Yusuf?
Okay, Mr. Yes, Mr. Can you see me now?
Yes, my dear, huh?
I
Start.
was, dear sir, I was very interested to read your advertisement for a singer in the civic music group on billboard in front of my house last week. I'm 17 years old and I'm currently studying my RGCES, which will end by the next week. I'm under a lot of pressure and I feel I need a break and I think this is the best place to spend my free time in it. I used to play piano
Yes.
in our school events and I think I'm actually good at it. I'm not particularly keen on singing. My friends tell me I'm good at playing piano. I used to play piano in my room for my parents and also sometimes in our school events. I took a singing course last year at the Julie Lard School.
Okay. Well done, Yusuf, huh?
and I will be grateful if you.
I should be grateful if you would send me. Geçiş falan complete.
I still didn't write.
Huh? Stop till here.
I should be grateful if you send me an application from
Yes.
and any other relevant details. I look forward to hearing from you. Your faithfully, Yusuf.
Rami, okay. Then you
Rami,
wrote your
yes.
full name in both the letter, the capital, and the status, yes?
Yes.
Okay, well
Sir,
done, Yusuf. Thanks so
I
much.
finished.
Yes, Moise, we have just a
Mister,
minute.
at
What
the last,
subject?
Mister.
Yes,
Miss.
math,
Miss.
okay.
Mister, at
Yes,
the last, Mister, I write my side and what after it?
this one, you
Yes.
write your full name in capital letter and status, you can write, for example, Mr.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
yes. Anything else?
No, Mister, thanks.
Grade 8, do you have any problem for this lesson?
Mister, I finished. Can I read mine?
Okay, Mohammed, but the session already finished since 5 minutes and we started a new session with, I think, math, yes? So if you can start, if the teacher join, we'll stop and give her the host, okay?
Okay.
Start it, please.
First, dear sir, I was interested to read your advertisement for the civic music group on the local newspaper Journal today's morning. I'm 15 years old and I'm currently studying for my RGCSE, which will end on the 14th November. I'm under a lot of pressure right
Your
now and I
teacher
feel.
join, Mohammed, sorry.
Okay.
You can send to me on the group, okay? The group phone.
Okay. I'll send it as a homework, right?
Yes, my dear, okay.